everyone. Excuse me. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. It's me, Heidi. Now, as you can see, there is no one here with me in the studio tonight. There is a good reason. My dear friend and guest Arthur will be either late or will not be joining me tonight due to unfortunate events at his end. Don't worry, no one has died. Just technology-wise unfortunate events. However, I hope that he will join me later tonight. So our topic for tonight is an article titled "Romania slammed for violating privacy rights of transgender citizens," and this is from courthousenews.com from January 19th this year, and I'll bring that up on the screen like so. Okay, so there was a case of two trans men who wished to go forth and get their legal documents fixed, i.e. their gender marker and such, getting it fixed. Currently in Romania, the issue is that said transgender person is forced to undergo gender reassignment surgery in order to be granted the permission to get these documents renewed. and then this is from the European Human Rights Court based in Strasbourg, France. So, naming it, yes, Europe's top rights court held on Tuesday. That would have been this would have been mid-January this year. As from the top, that two transgender men a Romanian court required these trans men to go through the reassignment surgery before gender identity recognition, and this ruling was by the European Court of Human Rights. They have this court. They have taken in several cases of the human rights being violated the rights of trans people being violated by the state or the government, the court system. Now, as I understand it, there has been at least one case from Finland, where I'm based. But this is horrendous. I knew from talking to Arthur last autumn regarding the human rights situation of LGBT plus people, which is kind of underperforming. By the way, I'll link it down in the description box should you wish to see it. I think that particular stream was really, really interesting. We delved into the past of the LGBT plus Romania back to late 30s. It hasn't been easy, and this this is one example that things still aren't easy for LGBT plus people in Romania. So basically, they these men identified as X and Y um, in the court documents. I think at least the Human Rights Court case as X and Y petitioned the Bucharest district courts to get their names and the gender marker changed, or rather corrected to better suit to be reassigned to the correct gender and the legal sex, which is unfortunately still binary in modern day society in the West. Um, Ultimately, this trans man Y, opted to have the surgery, and eventually he had his documents um, updated, the ID cards and such. But I had an idea that the situation was bad enough, at least compared to many other countries in the in Western Europe. But I did not know that it that the Romanian system requires trans people to undergo uh, what is called the bottom surgery, which then is rather invasive, to say the least. Um, and then this trans man X moved to the United Kingdom, where he got the British documents. However, there was a mismatch with the Romanian and British information. But this what really struck me as really weird and horrendous, in a way that the system has been made so difficult that it's practically impossible to get for this trans person to get their documents in order to undergo surgery. It's just, I didn't know it. That makes the system so bad that, according to ACCEPT Association, a non-governmental organization that advocates for the rights of LGBT people in Romania, more than 100,000 people, transgender people, live in the southeastern European country, but fewer than 50 have managed to get legally change their gender. That is something like 0.00005% or something, which is something like 0.405 zeros before a 5, which is ridiculously small percentage of trans people in Romania having been able to get their documents fixed. So it's kind of sad. And here is the in 20 note that this ruling, this article was written in 2021, about a month or so ago, but this was handled by the courts in 2018 and 2019 apparently. So it's been a few years. So the Romanian government has argued that the surgery requirement was needed in order to, let me get this straight, was needed to have a correct registration of population, and denied it created an undue burden. This this is one of the worst arguments I've heard for such mismatched policies. Uh, it just doesn't really compute to me that how does it. This is one of those uh, moments that I talked with someone very recently, actually, that uh, is the issue in a lot of these policies is that the society, the culture, the society, whether it be Western or otherwise, the legal systems in many, if not most countries, is problematic. That it relies on um, the person's genitalia, whether or not this person has a penis or a vagina or something in between. And yes, I will talk about the human parts with their real names. Not I won't not go chopping around and coming up with some nice names, because it's penis and vagina, period. No pun intended. So it why should it matter if you have a penis or a vagina or something in between to get your legal gender marker um, fixed? It's you don't have to have either or to be to be one or the other. It's just doesn't make any just doesn't make any sense to me. Uh, However, the seven judge panel of the Human Rights Court in Strasbourg ruled that that requiring the sex reassignment surgery is a rigid approach. I'll highlight it there. There. The court ruled, the European Human Rights Court ruled that the requirement for the surgery is a rigid approach in the recognition of the applicant's gender identity, which had placed them in distressing position for an unreasonable and continuous length of time. And that is right indeed. I do agree. And both of these men had gone through other medical intervention, including mastectomies and hormone therapy, to better reflect their gender according to the ruling. The thing is that often the for many not all but many trans men, my understanding, I'm a trans woman, so I can't speak for trans guys, but my understanding is that for many, mastectomy and hormone therapy are enough. And do they and many, not all, I can't speak for everyone, let alone trans guys, that mastectomy and testosterone treatment are enough to reflect the gender. Now, the court, the Human Rights Court, that is in this case now, that the law is evolving, and that while other signatories of the European Convention on Human Rights, which created the court in 1953, do require surgery. probably referring to getting require the surgery for apparently for getting the legal paperwork done. Uh, as of right now, Finland does not require surgery to get the legal marker. Uh, the Finnish situation is such that infertility is required, but it doesn't specify. The law does not specify as to by which means this infertility has been um, acquired. Typically nowadays, and this was the case when I went through my process, or my reassignment process, that back then 1 year of hormone therapy was considered enough, and when I was had been uh, on the hormone when I'd been on hormones, testosterone blocker and estrogen. After 1 year, I automatically received a letter from the hospital, the endocrinology clinic, that we hereby state that you are infertile, and bring this to the magistrate's office and get your get your paperwork done. Many if Many trans rights activists from Finland might give me hate for this, for saying, because many trans rights activists in Finland adamantly insist that in Finland we are required to go, that we have forced sterilization. Some say forced sterilization surgery, but that is incorrect. The law does not specify the means by which you have to be infertile. It could be vasectomy from that a trans woman had years prior due to unrelated issues, or perhaps as means of contraception. Perhaps, who knows? There are so many reasons. Trans men might have had their tubes tied, or had hysterectomy for some reason. They in previous years, in unrelated circumstances, those qualify as, in these cases. For example, if a trans woman has had a vasectomy, then you get the certificate of infertility automatically. No surgery required. There we go. I got a bit sidetracked, but I guess I have a hunch that the Romanian government, the false logic behind their argument is that they want all women, including trans women, that every single person who's legally female should have a vagina, and every single every single person who's legally male should have at least a penis, if not balls, but at least a penis. So that's the only thing I can come up with as to what their logic might be, or rather the logic that doesn't really work at all, because there are women who do, because trans women are women, period. No matter if they, even if they don't have periods or a vagina. Uh, there are, yes, I could go into intersex stuff here when it comes to anatomy, but maybe they're binary. The Romanian government's binary thinking is that legally male you must have a penis, legally female you must have a vagina. That might be their, yeah, that's the only logic that I, or the train wreck of the train wreck of thought that I can think of as to why um, why why they might want to require um, this kind of stuff. However, and the judges ordered Romania, apparently the government, to pay up 25,908 euros, 31,000 USD, with the conversion rate was that back then, in total damages and expenses to the men. I think that 26,000 euros would probably go directly to their to cover their legal costs and all that. So there it goes. So basic, and then the trans man X has has said to Media Facts, a Romanian news outlet, Arthur, if he was here, he could perhaps tell us a bit more as to what this kind of news outlet is, or its reputation rather, or how, in what way, or in under which pretense they this Media Facts outlet would go about and discuss LGBT plus issues in Romania, as well as probably most likely, if they are, since they're covering this, Media Facts is covering this, they most likely are. I would assume so, that they are covering foreign stuff as well from elsewhere other than Romania. And this trans guy X said, "I hope the European Court for European Court for Human Rights decision will lead to the adoption of clear and coherent legislation for recognition of gender identity, so trans people can have normal lives in Romania." Well said. And having said that, there are estimates of roughly 100,000 people, trans people, living in Romania, of whom only 50 out of 100,000 have been able to get their paperwork corrected. That is not normal life. That is not normal. That is something. Something that the Romanian government should be ashamed of. One reason why the Romanian government should be ashamed of themselves in this regard, and as well as having stuff like this going on in their country. It's really a shame, Romanian government change your laws. Now, the Court of Human Rights we've had ruled back in 1992 for the first time that transgender people had the right to change their had the right to change their gender. Case involving a French woman who wanted to change her gender in the civil registry. So it goes back to what is it, 30 years, almost 30 years now since the first, and then there's this Christine Goodwin, a British bus driver. So this has been in 2011, I think, if my calculations are correct. So the judge back then, in this case, the judge wrote that there are no significant factors of public interest to weigh against the interest of this individual applicant in obtaining legal recognition of her gender. Well, there we go. British courts. And the court has continued to decide. Now, this is not British court. This is, with reference to the Human Rights Court. We started out with the Romanian case that the court has continued to side with transgender people in recent years in their push for equal rights. Last summer there was a ruling in Hungary. The situation with Hungary being what it is, with regards to many human rights topics. I'll probably take, at this point, I can't promise as to when I will take this topic, the human rights situation, or rather the LGBT plus side of the human rights issues in Hungary. I will take up those issues at some point. As I said, I have this season 1 just went, and with these personal interviews and chats with sort of people with about their special how shall I put this, their speciality of profession, such as Bob the Science Guy with from the point of view of internal medicine to biological sex and gender. I might as well link it. I'll link the playlist to the playlist of the season 1 in the description down below, and I'll also link the link to the first stream I had with Arthur, and because it kind of links this stream and the first stream with Arthur. These two are entwined in a way. So I truly hope I'm not breaking this stream by. I'll put it in the chat anyway. The link to the description to the first stream I had with Arthur. I might as well. Okay, and I'll just add it to the description. I'll update the description down below. So, okay. Now you should be able to just update the page, and you'll find the you should find the link in the description box down below, and I'll link I'll put a link to the season 1 playlist will be in the description box down below, and I think because it's really worth I think checking out the first season. The first season is really worth checking out. I think it was really interesting, and since I had a small, and now I just linked in the chat. You can find the link to the first season, and I'll add it to the description box, like so. Okay, now update the page you are in, and you should find it in the description box down below. So now it should be the description box. I will be going soon, because I went through the article with you, my dear viewers. So I figured if you have questions regarding tonight's topic, whatever the questions might be, or whatever you might want to hear about my thoughts, ask us something about my thoughts on this particular topic. My personal thoughts, I've brought up my personal thoughts pretty much, but there are many other things that I'm thinking of doing. When I have 200 subscribers, I'll do a Q&A. So please spread the love and like and subscribe, and spread the gospel of this channel to all your friends and your interwebs connections and such, because that would be really amazing. Now, if you haven't done so already, just smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. I'll wait just a few moments to see if you have any questions or comments regarding this topic tonight, or wish to comment on anything, and I'll just show you as a reminder that there is a list. I made a playlist. There is first, and there we are. So basically what I have is, these aren't in a particular order. I started with discussing the school, LGBT plus and school with conspiracy cats, parts 1 and 2, and then I proceeded to have and then we have here the LGBT plus highlights with trans atheist just recently, and the last stream of the season one I had was with Bob the Science Guy. And here I have uh, I had the chat with Arthur regarding the LGBT plus um, rights in Romania. This is the first one. I highly recommend what everyone. So, and then this is my chat with the mother of a transgender woman. Actually, she's my mom. I interviewed my mom. Anyway, yes, I post the babe Linda James just for here. Race are we talking about? I didn't quite. I'm sorry. Uh, I didn't quite get that. What do you mean? Erase what we are What are we talking? Yes, we are talking. A poster babe Linda James. We are. I was talking to you about the LGBT plus issues we've. The season one I have had was interviews and experts and stuff. The season one is where I go through different LGBT plus news articles and such. And today I was going through an article with an issue where they about an issue they had. Yes, I'll bring you the article here up on the state. Yes, yes. A poster babe Linda James. Yes, this is the subject. Romania was slammed by the European Court of Human Rights for violating privacy rights of transgender citizens. So basically, what the issue is in Romania still is that is as it says here, transgender Romanians who want to update their identifying documents do need to go as of right now. Well, when this ruling came out some time ago, transgender Romanians had to go through genital surgery, the bottom surgery, having the sex reassignment surgery, aka the genital surgery, to go through that in order to get their legal documents changed. So that is why the numbers are harsh. A non-governmental organization, Accept Association, indicates that there are more than 100,000 transgender people living in Romania, but fewer than 50 of these 100,000. It's like 0.4 or 5 zeros and 5% have been able to get their gender legally changed. So that is the subject, as the title of the stream says. But this article by the Courthouse News Service on their website, written by Molly Quell, January 19th, 2021. This is the subject, and I went through this, and it's kind of tough. As a trans person, I can only imagine what these trans people in Romania must go through. It was a case with two transgender men identified as X and Y in court documents, petitioned the Bucharest District Court first, and then After the harsh ruling of what they had in from the district court, then to the human rights court, and the human rights court ordered Romania to pay 31,000 USD in total, an amount of euro 25,908 euros, equivalent to 31,000 USD in total damages and expenses to the men. So this is hard, and you're welcome. So it's kind of hard for me to I'm trans myself, and it's hard to think to even to fathom the idea that I would have to go and provide a court or a magistrate's office a document of that my genitals look like this or that, or do not look this or that. So I can only imagine what they must go through. And Linda, a poster babe, Linda James. I was supposed to have a guest, Arthur Weber, with whom I had a stream some months ago, to talk about this article with me today. But due to unfortunate events, he most likely will not be able to make it tonight. And I think, and I'll be going soon for tonight. So if you don't have any other questions or commentary from the live audience, then I'll be going in a moment. This has been really fun. I mean, even though it's just me babbling here to you, dear viewers, and it hasn't been many of you. But however, the replay will hopefully get much more views. So I think yes, I will be going now for tonight, and please check the links down. Oh yes, I almost forgot to mention. There are links to Discord servers. There are links to two Discord servers. There's a server for this channel's Discord server, and LGBT plus safe space server, which is as the name indicates, for all LGBT plus people, and our allies, a safe space to discuss stuff. Yes, we have. Yes. So, is this article claiming that there must have been bottom surgery to match the sex one is claiming? Yes, they based on this article and what I could find is that the Romanian system requires trans people to have the bottom surgery in order to get their legal documents, i.e. name and birth certificate and all the gender markers in their passports, etc. Romanian transgender people must provide evidence of bottom surgery before they can get the legal documents. They can't get the documents without the certificates of the surgery. How do I know Arthur Weber? Now that's a long story, but we to cut the story short, Arthur and I met through a YouTuber call through a YouTuber's of another YouTuber's videos, or rather the live streams of another YouTuber, and then this YouTuber's social media accounts, or the discussions of this uh, other YouTuber, a British guy, lovely man. So that's how I know Arthur. It's complicated, but however, he has been this tonight was supposed to be the second time he's on my channel, but unfortunately, it just wasn't meant to happen. But uh, and yes, by the way, the if you wish to, there are, as I mentioned, the links are down in the description box down below. There are the two Discord servers, Arthur's channel, um, my and this then this my channel's email address, and so you can send me if you have any questions regarding my channel, comments, questions, etc., etc. Uh, you can send these emails uh, to that email address, which can be found in the description box down below, and as well as the information section of my channel. Uh, Apostle babe Linda James. Oh no, from what I understand, not all people with trans chose to have surgery. Yes, before you joined the stream, I was saying that these two, these two men, these two trans men who were referred to by as X and Y in the court documents were trans men, and I was saying before you came on that not all trans people. You're correct. Not all trans people choose to get the surgery, the bottom surgery, and as I was saying, especially trans men. Trans men. Many trans men don't. Don't choose to have the bottom surgery because it's much bigger. You know, it requires much more work to be done. Work to be done in the genital area, or the pelvic area rather. Uh, yeah, yes, and poster babe Linda James here. I know of Arthur through Lloyd, aka John Cedars. Yes, actually, I was kind of avoiding the subject. I also, because my channel isn't about that subject, but yes, I met Arthur through Lloyd's YouTube channel and live streams. I've been on Lloyd's live stream as well as Arthur, and yes, I know Arthur through Lloyd. I know, yes. I've known Arthur for a while now through Lloyd's channel and Discord and such. But that is not the subject to be discussed today. Maybe I'll ask that kind of I'll talk about that kind of stuff when I have the Q&A, as I said previously, before you, Linda, came in, that I'll have a Q&A when I have 200 subscribers. So spread the love, and you'll get it, and you'll see a Q&A at some point. But it's still far away, far away. I hope that get that 200 soon, I hope. And now I'll give this maybe 5 minutes and then I'll be going. At latest 5 minutes. Uh, yes, one of my one of my dearest friends is F2M. Those of you who don't know, that's male, female to male, and has had bottom surgery. It was a big deal. It was a very big ordeal. Oh yes, it is. As I understand it, it is. I'm a trans woman, so going the other way, or went the other way. So I can kudos to those who actually choose to go through the female to male surgeries, because it's so much bigger and much more to be done in that surgery. And I will be in this season one. I will be doing, most likely, I'll be doing more and a lot more trans stuff, but I will also try to get some other LGBT plus topics, and I will also include. I will also include LGBT plus family things, as in LGBT plus people having kids and families, uh, due to reasons that might or might not be disclosed later. But I will be doing a lot more trans stuff. Doing I'll be doing family LGBT plus family stuff, especially trans and family, but also other family and other letters as well on the spectrum. And if you have, as I said, if you have suggestions that you wish to uh, elaborate more on, perhaps Linda or or other viewers who watch this live or watch this as a replay, if you have suggestions, feedback, etc., you wish to go into in a bit more length, please send me email. My email address is in the description box below, as well as the links to my Discord servers that I run. Please join. It's really wonderful. It would be really wonderful to grow the community, to grow this community even further, and kind of go and get a as diverse as possible of a community on the Discord and my channel Discord, and as well as my LGBT plus safe space server. It's wonderful. It would be wonderful to see new people, and what we have a lot of art, for example. On the servers, we have plenty of people posting wonderful, very beautiful pictures. Just please go check out. It's beautiful. Anyway, I'll give it just say 2 minutes if you have for you to get if you Linda have any more questions or commentary, or anyone else to get it through, and I'll try to wrap this up at the 1 hour marker, and then call it a day. It's been wonderful to interact with whether it be just you, Linda, but at least have one viewer to have been to have been interaction. Uh, yes, Linda. I think the trans subject is so important even for us in the LGBT plus community who are unaware. Thank you. This is very good here. Yeah, thank you very much of your kind comments, Linda. I wonder whether you are already on my servers. Please join if you want to, of course. But I would really appreciate if you joined us on my server, on my the safe space server, as well as my channel servers, just after the stream, or if you're on a mobile device, just easier for you to join later. Once I go offline, or if you're on a computer, just click the links in the description box down below. So join me if you're not already there. And it's a good one reason I well, there are several reasons why I talk about trans stuff so much. First, first because it's important to get the information, as you said, Linda. It's many in the LGBT community are unaware or unfamiliar with trans stuff, or information in this of this sort, kind of. And it's that's one big reason why I use my platform to talk about stuff like this. It's because I can and I want to, but of course I'll talk about much more of of course I'll talk about much more in the future. And okay, server. Okay, try it, says Linda there. Okay, but I will be going now. It's 1 hour marker up, and I've had really much fun talking to you. Even though Arthur hasn't been with me here, but I think he'll be more than happy to join me later in on my channel. So remember to click the links down in the description box below. Check what you find there. All kinds of fun stuff will be found when you follow the links, and more fun stuff to follow my channel. Stay tuned for more. Love you guys, and it's bye bye.